Hello everyone, this is a quick tutorial to go through the process that we're going to be using in our next seminar, and it's just a brief step by step, so if you have any trouble you can just catch up with us watching this video. And we're going to be using that three softwares and shortcut that we spoke about it on the Slack channel. It's RenderDoc, Blender 3.5, and the Tweaked shortcut. Okay, if you're a team leader, you're gonna have the D5 as well installed in your machine, but we don't need to worry much about it. And this is just a file that we're gonna be using to install a plugin in Blender later on this tutorial. Okay, so first thing we need to do is to open RenderDoc. Once you have this open for the first time, you might have like update a splash screen, so just cancel that. We're going to stick with the 1.16, don't need to update it. And we need to go to tools, settings, and make sure that we have enable process injection ticket here in this box. If you don't have it, you're going to have to tick and then press OK and restart RenderDoc. So we're going to have this option inside file, inject into process. Okay, this is very important for us, so we can click inject into process. This is a list of all the softwares that we are currently running in our machine right now. We can just minimize this one, and then we're gonna use the Tweaked shortcut that we made for Google Chrome. This is a shortcut that's gonna enable data from Google Maps to be stored inside our GPU instead of the CPU for Google Maps website, and therefore RenderDoc will be able to extract it as a file for us to later import inside Blender. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Once you double click this one, it's gonna appear a blank window. This is where it's supposed to be the web browser, and also we're gonna have, mine was in another screen, but if you only have one screen, it's gonna appear overlaid the second window over here. So probably it's going to be like this, white with two options to open here, two tabs. And as you can see, the number that we need is this one, so it's like very simple numbers, 4 or 5 digits. We just need to decorate this, so copy and then add it into RenderDoc. But for the sake of the tutorial, I would like to show you that if you're having trouble seeing that other window with the code, you can click on the top and move, and that white window is gonna just like move away, so you can, I think I have 2 of those, so you can move aside, bring the other one here. That's gonna make our life much easier. Okay, so just make sure to grab near the top over here where you can move it. Back to RenderDoc, we need to go inside this refresh area. Again, we are already inside the inject process here, file inject. That's where you're gonna see this search filter, and we're gonna add the number that we got from Google Chrome shortcut. So it's mine is 41520. That's gonna be a different one for everyone, so don't worry much about it. Just make sure you type the right one, press refresh, choose the only one that's going to be showing on the list after our filtering, and check inject. Once this is done, you can press OK on the Google thing, and to make sure everything worked, we're going to have let me just close some of those. We're going to have this prompt on the top of the Google Chrome with some comments like a black prompt. Okay, so this means it's working. From here we can go to Google Maps, and we can fly to London, because I don't think you guys want to see my city. And let's go London, maybe Hyde Park, and we can go to the Paddington station. Since we're going to extract 3D data, we're going to need Google Maps to be on 3D mode, so you can choose satellite, but if you sometimes you're going to have to take this global visualization to it work, so make sure you have this working, satellite selected, and then yeah, now we have all the data that we need. We can just close this one, and navigating inside Google Maps is pretty Simple. Left click is gonna pan, shift and left click is gonna orbit. And for the sake of the tutorial, the best way to extract data is to look from top down, top view. But it's 3D. As you can see, we have the facade of this building here. If we move, we can only see the top of the building. So yeah, this is good thing. This is good. It means we are in perspective mode. And once we have what we want, like the area that we want, you can just go to render doc. Here I'm gonna take to 5 seconds just so we can slow down a little bit and see what we need to do. We have the area already selected. We can press capture F delay, go back to Chrome, and just move a little bit, like shake a little bit the camera up until you're gonna feel that it's gonna freeze for a while. So after that freeze time, you're going to go back to render doc, and you're gonna see that they have saved something for us. It's a file with 62 megabytes. So we have like information over here. You can right click on it, save, and let's save as a test for tutorial that I have saved before. I'm not gonna save because it's pretty much the same thing, but you can just save it and name it as you want it to in a common place, in a place that you know where is it. And there you go. Let's pretend I press save, but it's okay. We can close this. I don't want to save this one. We can close the Google Chrome, and that's it. That was the most difficult part. After that, we need to open Blender. So the first time you open Blender, you're gonna see this splash screen. It's gonna say the version of the Blender. If you click anywhere away from the splash screen, it's gonna close the splash screen, and it's gonna give us a few assets already. So we have a light, a mesh, and a camera. We can just press A and then delete everything. So we have like a blank project. For Blender to be able to open the file that we just saved in render doc, we need to install a simple plugin. So for that, we're gonna go to Edit, Preferences, and then inside the preference, we're gonna go to Add-ons. Probably gonna be already selected. And on the top over here, we're gonna have Install. So if you wanna go to Install, choose the file that it's gonna be on the description. Is that file that's already on my desktop. So here, and it's called Maps Modeler Importer .0.6.2. Okay, and then you're gonna press Install Add-on, and it's probably gonna show on the top over here, but it's not gonna be enabled. So you need to enable that. So mine is gonna be a little bit on the bottom. So it's gonna be like the same thing. Import, export, Maps Modeler Importer. Just make sure that you have this enabled like this, and that's it for Blender. Now we can go into File, Import, and this is the new option that the plugin is going to give to us. So once you click to Google Maps, you can go back to the folder where you saved your file from render doc. For me, it's this test tutorial, and just click Import Google Maps, and then it's going to start importing. It's going to take a while, but don't worry about it. It's gonna work. That's because we are using the right versions for everything. So just to speed up a little bit, I have already opened in another file of Blender, but it's the same thing. So we have Paddington over here, and it's gonna show as a clay render for the beginning, but you can just click on the top right and viewport shading mode, and that's gonna bring up the textures, which looks way better. As you can see, the model, it doesn't come gel located, and the scale position is kind of weird, so don't worry much about it. We're gonna have to do the post process of scaling, fitting into the scene, putting on the right place inside 3ds Max. But that's it for Blender, Render Doc, and Google Chrome. From here we can just go to File, the way as the file just was imported. Go to File, Export, and then FBX, and that way we can import inside 3ds Max. Okay. Cool guys, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.